Yo, what is good, yo? It's your boy Top back here with another video. And so, really, first thing I want to say is I apologize for the lack of videos the last 2 days. I just got possession of the house yesterday and the day before. I had to do a bunch of paperwork stuff. So it's been kind of a long couple of days for me. But yeah, the new house is going to be coming soon, so you'll probably see a different background, some stuff like that. And if you watch me on Twitch, I might do like a stream in which I show you guys around the house, something like that. But that will come at a future date. Guys, today what we are going to be doing is we are going to be reacting to YBC's Galaxy Opal tier list. Now, DBG's reaction, my reaction to DBG's tier list did super well, and I want to thank every single one of you guys for tuning in and supporting that video. That went, it really kind of blew up, and that's kind of what I had hoped for. I kind of wanted to make tier lists, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to react to other YouTubers' tier lists, because then I can give my own opinions, as well as hearing what they have to say about each specific player. One other thing to mention is the fact that this video was made 5 or 6 days ago, so not all of the Galaxy Opals will be on this list. So any content that we got later in the week probably will not be on this list. So if you don't see a player, that is why. Let's hop right into it.
So for those of you guys who are wondering how good your Galaxy Opals are on your team, you guys have came to the right place. And for those of you guys who are thinking about upgrading your team and buying another Galaxy Opal, you guys have also came to the right place, because not only am I going to be ranking these cards right here from S to F, I'm also going to be telling you guys, in my opinion, whether or not the card is worth buying or not. Our first player right here that we're going to be ranking is this Galaxy Opal Kyrie Irving card.
Kyrie,
I'm putting him right
gotta
here
be
in
D or
the
F.
D tier.
Okay.
I don't think that this Kyrie Irving card
I respect it. I respect the D or F thing.
right here is bad in the F, but he's not too good, I feel like, to be in the C. I think he's in a D, guys. Slow jumper, can't really dunk that well.
It's respectable
in the
right
D
there,
tier, in my opinion, and honestly, I don't think that he is worth buying. Next up, we have this Mark Ethan card
D or
right
F.
here, who you do get for completing the Frostbite collection. I think he's an F, guys.
Not
this
good.
man right here can't shoot, and I don't even think he has 20 Hall of Fame badges.
Donovan
This card
Mitchell's
right
D
here
as
is
well.
Not really good at all. Next up, we have Donovan Mitchell. I'm going to put Donovan Mitchell right here in the C tier. I think Donovan Mitchell is a really
YBC, like, that's average. Donovan Mitchell is not an average Galaxy Opal in here. He's terrible. He should be D.
Has good all-around card, but honestly, guys, he is not at that elite point guard level yet.
Dirk's
Next
D
up,
or
we
F.
have Prime VIP Dirk Nowitzki, and in my opinion, this card right here is a D card. He can't really play defense that well, and he has a pretty slow jumper. Next up, we have Galaxy Eddie Jones.
B or A.
Galaxy Eddie Jones right here in the B tier. I think that he is a really good card all around. No flaws really at all. Cash money jump shot. I think that he is worth the price. I think that he's worth the pickup for his price as well. He's only going for like around
KD should be probably A. I would put
Next
KD
up, we have
A,
Prime
honestly.
Kevin Durant. I put his Prime Kevin Durant card right here in the A tier. Honestly, there's not much difference between this KD and the new adaptation KD.
Bro, the problem is with this next Melo card, right? The problem is he's already put Donovan Mitchell in C. And I can't compare Carmelo Anthony to Donovan Mitchell, but I can't compare him to the level of Eddie Jones either. So I have no idea where he is going to put this Carmelo card. Honestly, I would have Carmelo in C, Donovan Mitchell in D. That's what I would do. But
they're pretty much the exact same card. Really, the only difference is that
we'll see. We'll see what YBC comes up
like
with.
10 Hall of Fame badges, and obviously he can play the point guard position. Next up, we have Gallo, Silva, Carmelo Anthony. I'm putting Gallo, Silva, Carmelo Anthony as well in the A.
You're not only saying Melo is better than Eddie Jones, you are comparing Carmelo Anthony to Kevin Durant. Let's take a moment and think about what we're doing here, YBC. Carmelo, it's not even
Here alongside KD. These two cards are here pretty much honestly the exact same.
No, they're not.
And I'm also putting Opal Melo in the A tier over the B tier because they changed Melo's jump shot. If 2K not changed Melo's jump shot,
still
honestly,
trash.
I'll put him back where he belongs in the B tier. But
he doesn't even belong in B.
He is getting himself placed in the A tier. Next up, we have this Gallo with Jerry Stackhouse. I'm going to be putting him right here in the C tier. I think that he is a pretty good card all around.
Okay, he's not a good
really
card.
Flaws in him, but honestly, not elite, and honestly, a card that I don't think is worth picking up. Next up, we have Victor Oladipo. I'm going to place.
Parrish was put at C tier, but my camera was okay. Listen, the guys you got in C tier, I can see why they're in C tier. I can see. But Robert Parrish,
This Oladipo.
Oladipo should be in
tier. I think Victor Oladipo is a very, very great card all around. I think he's definitely worth picking up for the price range of however much he's going for on auction block.
No.
I'm pretty sure.
No. You can't put Victor Oladipo and Eddie Jones in the same category. But like I said, the difference between his B and C tier is the difference between, it's huge. It's a huge difference. I mean, Oladipo can't be in B tier, but with who he has at C tier, he can't really be in C tier either.
He's going for a buy now. Next up is Gallo, Silva, Gordon, Hayward. I think that this Oboe Hayward card right here is in the B tier as well. 6'8", half shooting guard, half small forward. Great height, great size for that position. And he has great animations as well, guys. He just came out last week, so consider.
I mean, here's the thing. If I'm YBC, Mitchell and Parrish definitely are in D. I don't know about Stackhouse. I don't know enough about the card. Let's say he can stay in C. And I'm putting Oladipo and Hayward in C as well. Eddie Jones is B. And honestly, I will put Carmelo in C as well. But
he's a brand new Opal.
That's me. That's me. What do I know?
He belongs in the B.
What do I know?
Moving on to next Opal, and he is this Gallo, Silva, Rashard Lewis. He, I think, belongs in the A tier. I think he's a good
That's
card
respectable.
like Melo and KD, but I don't think he's worth it. He goes for right now, I think, 1.7 million MT. I don't think that he is worth the price at all. But he is a good card, though. Don't get me wrong, he's a good card. But for 1.7 million MT on auction block, he's way too expensive. And then I'm moving along to Chris Bosh right here. Chris Bosh belongs in the A tier. All around big man, cheesy jump shot, great animations. I think he's a great card to pick up.
Where's he going to put Mutombo?
He belongs in the A tier. Our first set is replacing in the A tier. Next up, we have Dikembe Mutombo. Because Dikembe Mutombo did get an Evo update, I'm going to be placing him right here in the A tier, guys. If Dikembe Mutombo did not get an Evo update,
I mean, I guess. I get people like Mutombo a lot because of his defense. But oh my, is his jump shot terrible. One of the worst jump shots in the game, in my opinion. I don't know if I could ever put him in A tier, but to each is their own.
Next up, we have Grant Hill. I think Grant Hill right here belongs in the B tier. I think Grant Hill, honestly,
one thing I've noticed is all of the average players. I don't know why Eddie Jones in B tier with the tier list he got. Eddie Jones deserves to be in A tier. But if Eddie Jones was in A tier, then I'm starting to see this list come together. If Eddie Jones was in A tier, Melo was in B tier, then I'm starting to see it come together. I move Mutombo to B tier as well, but I mean it's not that. Hey,
Hayward.
This is not that bad right now. Surely not.
Too many better ovals in the token market in my opinion.
Butler's an
Next up right here is this Jimmy Buckets card, aka Jimmy Butler. I am going to be placing him in the A tier. I think this Jimmy Butler card right here is one of the best perimeter defenders in the entire game. And he also does stand at 6'8" at the. Next up right here we have this Larry Kenon card. I am going to place him right here in the C tier.
Here's the problem with your list. Larry is way better than Carmelo. Larry is way better than Grant Hill. Larry is way better than Oladipo and Gordon Hayward. You just compared Larry to Donovan Mitchell. That's what you just did, YBC. And Jerry Stackhouse. And Robert Parrish. Let's hear his reason. Let's hear his reasoning.
Larry Kenon is like a clone of Scottie Pippen with a beat-up jumper. In my opinion, guys, his jumper is extremely hard to time and green. Other than that, though, he's a pretty good card all around, though. So
his jumper's hard to time, right? Have you played with Grant Hill? Just a question. Just a question. Carmelo Anthony, okay, he can't even shoot threes in the. Can't even shoot corner threes.
C tier. I do think that he's worth picking up as well, guys, for his price because, like I said, he's a clone of Scottie P. Next up, we have Patrick Ewing. This Patrick Ewing card right here belongs in the F tier.
Good.
This Patrick Ewing card right here is terrible. If you have him, sell him immediately, guys. In my opinion, Patrick Ewing has like the second worst big man jumper in the entire game.
So does Mutombo, though.
Big man jumper in the entire game, next to Mark Eaton, guys. Like I said, the second. He's terrible, guys, and there's no other way to put it.
DeRozan
Next up, we have DeMar DeRozan. I think he belongs in the A tier.
Who is S, man? Who is S? Butler and DeRozan are both top 5 shooting guards in my opinion. So, look, that's where I'm gonna leave it.
DeMar DeRozan is literally a clone of Galaxy Oboe, Tracy, Mcgrady. There's no doubt about it. And for 750 tokens, I think that he is worth the price in the token market, and he is one of the best token market cards, in my opinion, in the game. Next up is Antoine Jamison, and I think he belongs in the B tier. I think Antoine is a really good card all around. Not really any flaws in him. Just a really, really good card. So I think that really, really good card.
Okay, fair enough, but I'm still taking
Next up,
Larry.
we have Rudy Gobert right here. I think Rudy Gobert does belong in the D category. He's a little bit better than the F, a little bit better than Ewing, a little bit better than
Rudy Gobert?
But Gobert can't shoot, and if you're a big man right now in June,
He's an F. I mean,
he's
an F. Him and Robert Parrish, I mean, they're both
You need to be able to shoot, and it's that simple. Next up, we got this Gallo Amari Stoudemire card. I'm going to be placing him in the A tier. I think Amari is a really, really good card. Next up, we have Gallo Andre Karolinko from the Flash promo. I think that this card right here does belong in the A range. Karolinko is a really, really good card all around. Base 11, just like Antoine Jamison, but in my opinion...
Now, with YBC's list, I guess you got to throw Dirk in C. I don't like Dirk, but with your list right now, you got to. Larry does not belong in C, though.
Next up, we have this Dirk Nowitzki card right here. Out of position shooting guard. I think this card right here does belong in the B range. Next up right here, we have Nate Thurman. I think Nate Thurman does belong in the D range.
Nate Thurman is not comparable to Rudy Gobert. Nate Thurman can get the job done. He can. He can shoot a little bit. He can get the job done. He is night and days better than anybody at the D list. He is better than Donovan Mitchell. Better than Robert Parrish, in my opinion. But hey, that's my opinion.
As well, he's a good defender.
What's Lamar Odom? Is he A too? I mean, who's going to be S? Who is going to be S?
He has a pretty bad jumper. Next up is this Gallo Silva Lamar Odom card. He belongs in the A range, in my opinion. He is worth there.
Do not put Jonathan Isaac in S tier. No, don't do it.
Value on an auction.
Don't do
it. I think that they are good pickups. Next up, we have this Gallo Silva Jonathan Isaac. He belongs in the S tier, and this card right here is the first card that is going to be put.
Here's the thing. I don't love Jonathan Isaac, and here's why. I'll explain it. Don't get mad at me yet. I'll explain why. As a point guard, his moving dribble sigs are terrible. I can't use him at a point guard position. I don't love his jump shot, so I can't really utilize him to his best capabilities at the small forward position. I prefer I think I would prefer running DeRozan on my team, running Lamar Odom on my team, but that's my opinion. It's my opinion. To each is their own. But he would have been in probably A tier for me.
Jonathan Isaac essentially is Gallo Giannis with a better jump shot, and it is that simple.
Stop it. Get some help.
Next up, we have Draymond Green right here. I'm going to be putting Draymond Green in the B tier right here, guys. Borderline A, but...
Borderline A? Okay, now that I'm looking at your list is all over the place right now. A tier is pretty good besides maybe Carmelo and Mutombo. B tier, you got Antoine Jamison, shooting guard Dirk, Grant Hill, with the likes of Eddie Jones. I mean, Draymond fits right in there with some of those guys. He does. But your C tier is, like, in my opinion, Mitchell, Stackhouse, Parrish all need to be moved down. They have to be moved down because otherwise it's going to be hard to find anybody else at C tier. It is. I mean, it is because your C and D tiers are so close together. Gobert should be moved down too, but
in my opinion, he's a B. Draymond is a great all-around card, but I don't think that offensively he is good as cards like DeMar and Melo and KD. So
I just don't know. I don't know, man.
Next up is Clyde Drexler from the Buzzer Beater promo. I think he belongs in the C range. This Opal Clyde card right here.
Clyde Drexler and Larry cannot be compared. They can't be compared. And
Next
he's the top four center.
And I think this card right here does belong in the S range, guys.
And remember, this was before Wiseman was out as well.
I think that he is a top 5 big man in the game right now.
He is.
He essentially is a clone of Glitch Galaxy Opal Shaq, and it is low-key a stretch to put him in the S over to A. A little bit of a stretch, but I don't
think it's a stretch at all.
S, guys. He has arguably the best big man jumper in the game.
Ben Simmons should be A.
Gallo Silva, Ben Simmons, 6'10", guys, point guard. He belongs in the S category. Hall of Fame limitless range. This man right here is a
I can respect it.
Next up is Glitch Flash Tracy McGrady. I think he belongs in the S tier as well, guys. He's T-Mac. He's a point guard. He's the newest T-Mac out.
With YBC's list, you could honestly put Chris Webber from B to D. I have no idea where he's going to land up.
Next up right here is Oboe Chris Webber. I think this Oboe Chris Webber card right here does belong in the B range. I think that putting him in the B category is great, and considering Chris Webber right now is a buy now, only for like around 40,000 MT, that is a great card.
I can't argue with your list right now. I mean,
next up is Gallo Silva Gary Payton. I think Opal Gary Payton does belong in the B range. 2K fixed his jump shot, so it...
Looking at the B list, what doesn't sink in? Eddie Jones does not belong here with the rest of these guys. He doesn't. Absolutely does not. I mean, the rest of these guys really, I think, should be C tier. I think they should be C tier. A couple of guys should be moved down to D tier, and Ken and Larry should be moved to B tier. I really do. And maybe move a guy like Mutombo down to B or C too.
I just did a cash money jump shot.
I think there's a lot of guys at B just because that's
one of the best defenders in the entire game.
I don't know. I feel like that's YBC's spot that he's comfortable with putting players. Shaq's ass
worth picking up. Next up is Glitch Flash Shaq. I think he belongs in the S category, like I was comparing Embiid to Shaq. They're both pretty much the exact same card. Obviously Shaq is a little bit better, but I feel like they still belong in the same category of the S tier.
I guess KD.
Next up right here is Gallo Silva out of position Kevin Durant. I think he belongs in the S tier. Gets Opal KD card right here. Slightly better than another KD card. As I was talking about, he does have plus 10 more Hall of Fame badges and a little bit of attributes that is more.
I mean, the thing is, I don't notice a big difference when playing with Glitch KD, or not Glitch, out of position, I think is what it is, in the other KD. I don't. I think they're pretty alike. I will put them both at A tier. That's my opinion. I don't love that shooting guard KD. I think T-Mac's a lot better than him. Honestly, I'm playing DeRozan over that KD card. You guys can say whatever you want in the comments. Obviously, we have different opinions. I prefer DeRozan over that KD card.
And now moving on to this.
He better be A.
MJ card.
He better be A.
I think that he is in the C tier.
That is blasphemous.
You are going to sit here and tell me Victor Oladipo, Gordon Hayward, Grant Hill, Antoine Jamison, even Dirk Nowitzki, Chris Webber, and Gary Payton are better than this Michael Jordan card, who does have a good release, even though it is only gold range or gold quick draw and gold range, with a 98 on-ball steal tendency. You're telling me that all these guys are better than him? No chance. There is no chance. Him and Larry deserve to be up a notch. That is disrespect.
This Opal MJ card right here, I feel like it's a very outdated card, and honestly, it's not worth picking up for its price. And then now moving on to Oscar Robertson. I think the Big O belongs in the B category. I think the Big O is pretty much just as good as Gary Payton. I feel like
Yo, listen to this again.
O is pretty much just as good as Gary Payton.
No disrespect at all to YBC. He puts him at B tier and says, this Oscar Robertson is just as good as... Looks through his whole list. It's like, oh no. Who do I compare him to? You know? I feel like Oscar is a lot better than most of the guys on the list, especially like Oladipo, you know? I mean, I think Oscar is night and day better than Gary Payton as well, but that's my opinion on it.
Next up right here is Gallo Silva Magic Johnson from the Canvas Legends promo. I think he belongs in the S tier. Honestly, him...
I'm proud of YBC for that. I thought he would put him in B or A.
And Ben Simmons are nearly just as good as each other. Now moving on to Kawhi Leonard. I think Kawhi Leonard also does belong in the S tier. He is elite, and he is one of the best
Bill Russell should be A.
in the entire game. Next up right here is Bill Russell. I also think Bill Russell right here does belong in the S tier. Bill Russell, I feel like it's just...
I just don't know, man. I just don't know if I can say Bill Russell is even better than Prime KD. You know, is he better than Jimmy Butler, DeRozan, even Lamar? I don't think so, but that's my opinion.
Now moving on to Opal LeBron James right here. I also think that he does belong in the S tier as well. He's one of the best.
Scottie is A. I'm sorry. Scottie is A.
I also do feel like this Scottie Pippen card right here is in the S tier as well.
I disagree, but that's my opinion.
S tier cards. Opal Scottie Pippen, guys, is...
His release is trash.
In the entire game, and he has literally every single attribute above a 95. He belongs in the S tier as well. Although, guys, when it comes to whether or not he's worth it, I don't think that he is worth locking in for over 2 million MT. Okay, guys, because I was running out of space on this S tier right here on this ranking, I just simply went to the template right here. So heading into the next template right here, we're now moving on to the next players.
I like it.
Next
that
up
way
right
I
here,
can see it better.
Gold Cream, he belongs in the S tier, no doubt about it.
Everybody's going to be S now because the players are going to get better.
right here also does belong in the S tier as well, guys. He's a GOAT
Where's he
going
to put MJ?
Same thing with Oboe MJ right here, guys. GOAT card belongs in the S tier. Everything.
Look. I'm just going to say this. between the regular Opal MJ and this MJ, there is a difference. There is a pretty, noticeable difference. But to have the other Opal MJ at C is straight out disrespectful. Elton Brand, I don't know where you're going to put him.
Gold card belongs in the S tier.
Probably
Now
C with all the rest of your
I think this
friends.
Elton Brand card right here does belong in the C range. He just came out today at the time I'm recording this video. He is a solid card all around, a very new card.
I don't even know where I'd put D-Lo.
But
Probably
he's
C
solid.
as well.
It's not really great, not bad, just solid at a C range. Next up, we have D'Angelo Russell right here. I think D'Angelo Russell does belong in the B range right here. 6'5", just came out today. Great dunk animation, great three-pointer, great jumper as well.
Can't argue that.
Also surprisingly,
I don't like his jumper,
pretty
though.
good defender as well, so putting him in the B range, I feel like is.
I have no idea on this card
Next
either.
up is Alex English. I think this Alex English card right here does belong in the A range. He just came out today, and in my opinion, guys, he's a clone of Opal Melo. Next up.
Alex English in A tier. I haven't used the card, so I can't really disrespect that opinion. But I think it's hard because I haven't played with Alex English. But knowing DeRozan's at A tier, it's hard for me to say Alex English should be A tier. That's just my opinion.
We have Gallo, Silva, Zach LaVine. I am going to be placing him in the A range. This Opal LaVine card right here is a clone of Tracy McGrady and DeMar DeRozan. He come with the.
You know, it's amazing. You are 100% wrong. I mean, nothing you've said has been right.
Zach LaVine is not a clone of DeRozan and T-Mac. Just because they got the same release doesn't mean they're clones. No.
Exact same jumper, and he can't play point guard, which is a massive W. So I put him in the A range, and I do think that he is worth 750 tokens. For those of you guys who are wondering and thinking about buying.
Do not spend 750 tokens on Zach LaVine. No, do not. Do not. Absolutely not. No.
Trae Young right here, I think he belongs in the F tier. I honestly don't think that this card right here is good. I don't think he's worth picking up at all. He can't dunk and he can't play defense at all. Now moving on to Bradley Beal. I think Oboe Beal belongs in the B range. I think that Beal has one of the best numbers in the entire game. Now moving on to this is Jamal Crawford. I think Jamal Crawford does belong in the B range. I think that he's.
With this list right here, I had no idea what Jamal would end up.
He's kind of like a clone of D'Angelo Russell. Great dribbling and great jumper as well, and he can.
To say he compares to Oscar though,
as well.
I disagree.
Now moving on to Allen Iverson. I think Allen Iverson belongs in the B range.
Look. AI comparable to Oscar. AI better than the old Galaxy Opal MJ.
And that is just because of his height. If he was a little bit taller, he probably would be in the A range. But considering
he should be in C. Crawford should be in C, in my opinion.
Essentially, Iverson and Trae Young are like the exact same card, but Iverson can dunk and he's more athletic. Next up, we have Gallo, Silva, Steve Francis. I'm going to put him right here in the B tier. Every single year in 2K, Steve Francis has crazy glitchy animations, and I do think this year as well, 2K used him up animations-wise. Tons of Hall of Fame badges, tons of great attributes as well.
I want to go back and see this other list. I need to because my lord.
We have Gallo, Silva, Devin Booker, and I'm going to be placing Devin Booker right here in the C tier, guys. Honestly, I'm not really a fan of this Devin Booker card. I'm not really a fan of his jump shot this year, and he's not really that athletic. A lot of people like this Devin Booker card. I myself honestly don't. I don't think that he's worth picking up.
If he would have put Devin Booker in B tier, I might have lost it. Career highlights: Devin Booker over the old MJ. No, you can say whatever you want about the old MJ. He's one of the best defenders in the game. He has a good release with the gold quick play.
Next up is Gallo, Silva, Tony Parker, and I'm going to place this card right here in the A range.
He is not better than Oscar Robertson. I promise you he's not. He is not comparable to anybody else on A tier, but neither is Zach LaVine. No. The problem with YBC's list, the problem is he has all these guys, Allen Iverson, Jamal Crawford at B tier. So obviously, it's going to be hard when those guys are at B tier. Why is Devin Booker and Elton Brand not at D tier? Then you can
range. Now moving on to this Taco Fall card. I think that this Taco Fall does belong in the A range once he's fully maxed out.
He's the best A player you got right now. I can't argue. Let's see where Chauncey's at.
Pretty good defender, pretty good player all around, but honestly, his Spotlight Sim card and most Spotlight Sims really aren't all that, and most Spotlight Sims are honestly not worth it. For Peja Stojakovic, I think he belongs in the C range. Other than him catching and shooting, he can't really do much other than that. and I don't think he's worth it based off that note. Next up, we have Danny Granger. I'm replacing Danny Granger right here in the...
Like, at this point, I have no idea where he's going to put Granger. I wouldn't have been surprised in A, and I wouldn't have been surprised in F. I really wouldn't have. I have no idea. Really, I had no idea. I mean, I would never, ever put Danny Granger in B, but with the players he has in B.
B range, I don't think this Granger card right here, animation-wise, deserves to be in the A range. You can't really...
Crusoe's better than AI and Steve Francis,
doesn't come with really any cheesy dribble.
So you better put Crusoe in
honestly,
B at least.
Now moving on to Alex Crusoe. I think Alex Crusoe does belong in the B tier right here. Alex Crusoe is like the exact
with
same
your
card
list, I
as
respect it.
Jalen Russell.
Sabonis is trash, but so is Elton Brand.
Not that much more athletic for me to put him in the A range. And now moving on to this Domantas Sabonis card. I think this Sabonis card right here is a D category type of card.
Sabonis is just as good as Elton Brand. I mean, I would put both of them maybe even in F. I would put Devin Booker in F.
Just plain and simple, guys. And I don't think that he is worth it.
Lowry's trash too.
Which I put in a D range in a last tier list. Now moving on to Steve Nash right here. I think Steve Nash does belong in the C tier. I think that he's a little bit better than Kyle Lowry, but not much.
They're both
Ray
trash.
Allen right here. I think he belongs in the D tier, guys.
If you would have put him in F tier, I'd have been mad. Ray Allen is outdated, yes, he is, but he is still night and day better than Devin Booker, better than, I would even say better than Page, or better than Steve Nash. I would even go as far as to say I would rather run this Ray Allen than an Allen Iverson card. I would, and that's my opinion.
Right
he's outdated, but he's better than all the... Every card is C tier. He is way better than every card is C tier.
You either belong in the F or D range. And now moving on to this Opal Stephen Curry card. I think Opal Steph belongs in the A category right here.
Do I look like I'm enjoying this? Because I'm not. I'm not. I feel so disrespected for Oscar Robertson right now. I'm mad. I'm angry. I'm angry right now. You're comparing Steph to DeMar DeRozan right now. But if Tony Parker's in A, I mean, why not?
I think he's just as good of a card as Tony Parker. I think he's a little bit better because he's a little bit taller.
He is as good as Tony Parker, but both those cards belong in D or C.
I think feel like belong in the same tier at the end of the day. Now moving on to this Gallo with Michael Porter Jr. I think Oboe MPJ belongs in the S tier right here. He is just...
Prime KD is better than MPJ in my opinion. MPJ is not an S tier card.
He belongs in the A range right here. I feel like he's just as good as this Galaxy Opal Alex English card.
I want to know. I bet YBC has used these cards, but I just want to know. Corey Mcgrady as good as DeRozan.
Next up, we have Oboe Kyle Kuzma. I think this card right here does belong in the B category right here. Surprisingly, 2K made this Oboe Kuzma card
He's terrible.
Really solid card, so
it's terrible.
I'm gonna put him in a B range right here for this video.
Mitch.
Next up is
D or C.
Mitch Richmond.
But I'd put half these cards in D or C.
B tier as well. I think he's a very similar card to Bradley Beal, where other than him catching and shooting, can't really do
Dwight's
much,
D probably.
For this Oboe Dwight Howard card, I think he belongs in the C range. He doesn't really have that good of a jump shot.
I mean, Elton Brand is C.
In my opinion, and it's as simple as that. I don't think that he's worth locking in and spending a lot of him.
Jalen Rose is never card. I don't think I've used him yet. I don't think I have. I have no idea.
Next up is Gallo Oboe Jalen Rose. I think Oboe Jalen Rose does belong in the A tier right here. He has a great height for that point guard.
I'll tell you this though, if you're comparing Jalen Rose to Steph or Tony Parker or Zach LaVine or anybody else on A tier. Besides maybe Taco. I guess Taco could be A for what
this card right here
you got. I mean,
Galaxy. And now moving on to Penny Hardaway. I think fully evolved Penny Hardaway does belong in the A tier right here. Although I don't.
I used to love Penny. Oscar Robertson is so much better than Penny.
That he is worth 750 tokens. Penny Hardaway has great animations, but there are a lot of point guards that you can get for cheap. That is what Penny Hardaway can do in my opinion. And now moving on to Kevin Love.
Terrible. D or F.
Card right here belongs in the B range. He's just simply pick and popping big man with a cheesy jump shot, not much more than that. I think this Opal Hito card right here belongs in the S tier, and I think that he is a great card that is worth picking up. Base 11, Pro 2, cheesy dribble glitching moves. He is a great card all around. Next up,
I need to slow down, and before we get any further, I need to slow down and talk to you guys. I see Bobo in S tier. I don't even know. I must have missed what he went through Bobo, but I see him in S tier. Do you guys remember when Lamar Odom and the other AK were in A tier? Hidu's in S tier. And I know a lot of people like Hidu. But I guess compared to everybody else on A tier, Hidu is better than everybody on A tier. So, I mean, I can't disrespect that. With this list, Hidu is better. I wish the other list was still here so I could bring that up. Thon, it should be S, I guess.
S tier as well. He's one of the best point guards
with what your list is right now. This list is all over the place.
Play.
Between A
guys,
and F, there's not much difference.
Next up, we have Gallo, Silva, Lonzo Ball. I think Lonzo Ball should be in the B tier. All around, Lonzo's a really, really good. That's
probably where I'd put him with your list.
I feel like as Penny, not good enough. I feel like as
probably
Tony Parker.
Because he's taller.
Next up, we have Oboe Vince. I think Oboe Vince also does belong in the B tier right here. For Gallo, Silva, Yao Ming, I think he does belong in the B tier right here. He is a clone of Taco Fall. But this Yao Ming card right here cannot have range, in which Taco Fall does have range. So he's a whole entire tier ahead of, I feel like.
I mean, Vincent Yao would be. I can't really hate on him. But the fact that Opal MJ was at C is just...
Yao Ming. Next up is...
Makes me mad. It makes me so mad.
I think John Morant belongs in the A tier right here. I feel like he's a clone of Zach LaVine, just a couple inches shorter. Next up for Derrick Rose right here. I also think that he deserves to be in the A tier as well.
No chance. Look at who's on your A tier right now. Look at who's on it. And the problem is, all these cars do not need to be B's. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna tell you guys how I feel right now. Kuzma, you do not deserve a B. Kevin Love, you do not deserve a B. Honestly, Steve Francis, Allen Iverson, I don't think you deserve a B either one. Okay? So move John Morant down one. Move Derrick Rose down to C, I would say. Move some of your C guys down to D. Because, I'm sorry, Chauncey Billups, Pedro Storakovich, Devin Booker, Elton Brand. Honestly, every one of these cars don't even deserve a C. They need to be scattered to a D and F. And then you can move your list down. You got way too many players. Look at how unproportioned these cars are. And none of these Galaxy Opals are good. None of them. Like, I'm looking at the A tier and thinking, wow. None of these cards are cards I would use. And they're at A tier.
For Jamison, I think he belongs in the A tier. And Jamison, again...
I pause after every single one of these. Because I get more mad. And more mad. And more mad. That you had Oscar in the B tier. I'm mad right now. Oscar is better than every single player. Outside of maybe Corey Mcgrady and Jalen Rose. I don't know about Corey Mcgrady. But Jalen Rose might be better. But come on, man.
As a clone of Derrick Rose and John Morant, surprisingly, they gave Jeremy Lin crazy glitchy dunk animations. So, yeah, he belongs in A tier with these guys. Next up is Kristaps Porzingis. I think Kristaps Porzingis belongs in the S tier. He is a clone of Bobo.
With your list, he does.
I mean, worth it to buy off the auction block. Next up, we have...
Is KP, is Bobo better than Lamar Odom, though? No. I mean, it's not. It's not.
Tracy McGrady card right here from the Leap Year promo. I think he belongs in the S tier. Honestly, there's not much difference between the glitch version of T-Mac and this version of T-Mac.
Think, though. Didn't he compare DeRozan, right, with T-Mac? I think DeRozan should have been A, or should have been S, and I'd even put Lamar at S. But
other than the glitch version having 10 Hall of Fame badges, but other than that, guys, it's pretty much literally the exact same card. Moving along right here to another tier list, guys. We have about 20 more cards to rank, and I have to go to another tier list right here because the other tier list, the other two I did, got filled up as well. So next up, when it comes to Luka right here, I think Luka does belong in the S tier. He is one of the best guards in the entire league.
No chance.
For Jason Tatum right here, I think he belongs in the A tier. A lot of
Tatum's
people
trash.
Confuse me and say that he should be in the S.
Tatum's
like
trash.
Tatum card right here is just as good as the Opal KD and Opal Melo I have.
Yes. Let's look at this list really quick. Okay, really quick. This list I was okay with besides a few players. The next list was just, I don't know, man. The next list I was confused. Just think, Larry was in C tier. MJ was in C tier.
In the A tier. And now moving on to Steven Jackson. I feel like Steven Jackson does belong in the B range right here. Slightly worse than Tatum in my opinion.
That's fair enough.
For Dave Robinson, I think Dave Robinson belongs in the S tier. Once he's fully evolved, maxed out. I feel like this dude right here is a top 5 center.
Your last two have been good. Keep it going.
I do think that he's worth it at a token market. I actually think that he is the best card.
I mean,
from a
listen,
token market.
you had Stephen Curry at A, so I mean,
For Overall Frazier, I think that he does belong in the B tier. I think Overall Frazier is one of the most underrated cards in the entire game. Great jump shot, great animation. I think this card right here for its price is a W and is worth picking
Where's
up.
Sarunas
Next
coming?
up, we have this Sarunas card right here, a legend from the Golden State Warriors. I think that he belongs in the C tier.
I mean, listen though. Listen to kind of where I'm coming from. Okay, kind of where I'm coming from. When you have Steph Curry, Jeremy Lin in A tier, this is more like it. Walt Frazier should be C, and those guys should have been C. And Luka, I would say A with where your list is A. I would say Luka's B actually probably, but.
For Klay Thompson, I think that he belongs in the B range right here. He's a great catch and shooter.
Hey, that's
great
fair
defender.
enough. I'm not going to argue that. That's fair
list,
enough.
like Beal and
This is the list. Look at this, man. This is absurd. You can't even see some of the A guys. But Kevin Love at B is absurd, man. Sean Kemp.
And now moving on along to Sean Kemp. I feel like Sean Kemp does belong in the A range. Same thing with Blake Griffin, guys. I feel like Blake Griffin and Sean Kemp are clones of each other, and I think these two cards right here are worth picking up off the.
I mean,
for Pascal Siakam, some of you
ass.
guys might disagree with me, but I do think this card right here does belong in the S tier. He has one of the best jump shots in the entire game. And
Absolutely,
he can also
YBC.
dribble, which I do believe.
Absolutely,
and I'm moving on
YBC.
to Bob Pettit. I think Bob Pettit does belong in the S tier. This card right here is a clone of Karolinko and all those other cheesy base 11 cards, as well as Odom as well.
Gervin, I would put it B.
But I don't think he's worth in the token mark, guys.
For your list, B. For my list, he would be a C. Sarunas Walt might be a D. I don't know. Clay might be a D as well.
Next up, we have
I
Gervin,
don't
who I
know.
think does belong in the B range right here. Really good and underrated card all around.
This Larry Bird is slow.
I mean,
he's a lot better than
B
everybody
range,
else
and
besides.
he does lack athleticism, which is the main reason why he's in the B range and not.
I mean, like, Walt Frazier and Clay don't belong with Gervin and Jackson. I'm just going to keep it real with you guys.
For Jason Kidd, I think he does belong in the C range right here. He's a pretty.
That's okay,
decent
yep.
all around,
Okay.
honestly. Nothing
I like that.
crazy at all.
J Smooth
For Josh
A.
Smith, I think Josh Smith does belong in the A tier.
Good.
Right? A lot of people
Yes, sir.
think that Josh Smith belongs in the B or
this
C.
McAdoo
But I feel like
card's
this Oboe
terrible.
Josh Smith is again one of the best defenders in the entire
McAdoo
game.
card's
and has crazy
terrible.
dunking animations. Next up, we have Bob McAdoo. This dude right here is a piece of trash. I think he belongs in the D tier.
Here's where we'll tell a lot about YBC. If this Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is not S tier,
Can't really shoot that well. Pretty
We'll tell a lot.
undersized, big man.
tell a lot.
For Buzzer Beater Kareem, I think he does belong in the B tier. Honestly,
I'm so sick of these people. You know, oh!
You're telling me. Let me calm down for one quick second. You had Jeremy Lin in A tier. Now, this Kareem, who is still a top 5 center in the game, is in B tier. Let's hear your reasoning.
I'm not really a fan of this Kareem Abdul-Jabbar card. He
Why?
can't really shoot. He doesn't have range. He doesn't really have that many shooting badges as well. And honestly, the kind of a little bit of an outdated Opal at this stage in the game.
He's not. He's not. Absolutely not. Before the other Kareem came out, he was a top 5 center in the game. His release is money. Just because he doesn't have range doesn't. I mean, this card is one of the best defenders in the game. I disagree, man.
And now moving on to the last card right here, which is a
He's
Carolyn
ass.
out of position. I think he belongs in the
Absolutely.
S tier right here. He's a little bit better than the other base 11 version of Carolyn Go.
Wow,
And
wow,
I think he
wow,
does belong
wow,
right here
wow,
in the
wow,
S tier.
wow,
That right
wow,
there is the last
wow.
card we ranked in this video. And here is, guys, the official tier list.
Like, oh, whoa. Let's go back. Let's see.
Last card we
Let's
ranked
see.
in this video.
Let's see.
And here
Go back a
is,
second.
guys,
Look at this, man. You just compared Kareem with Opal Kevin Love. You just said Tony Parker and Taco Fall. I guess a lot of people might think Taco's better. Taco's not better than Kareem. I don't know what to say. You compared GOAT Magic with Luka. I mean,
official tier list of.
This tier list was not bad. This is the best YBC tier list that y'all are gonna see right here. It just went downhill from here. But I mean, to compare some of the guys, like this MJ and Larry just get straight disrespected. Wow, oh wow. I mean, that's gonna be a long video for you guys to watch because I didn't agree with YBC on a lot of things. with DBG, I felt like most of our opinions were kind of the same. But when I saw Jeremy Lin on A tier, and the old MJ on C tier, and the old Kareem on B tier, I just, we just aren't gonna share the same opinions, which that's fine. But guys, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new. Shout out to YBC. His link to this video will be down in the description in case you want to go back and watch that video. Guys, as always, man, I love y'all and have a blessed day.